Hello, everybody. This is an example template that you could use to help kind of just inspire you on how you can lay out your research poster for the Julius Caesar project. So I just used William Shakespeare here as my example. Now, none of this is actually filled out, so when you start to zoom in, you'll see that there's just like all this random dummy text from old Latin words, so don't try to read anything because it won't make sense. But essentially, I'm just trying to show you what this looks like and just give you some ideas on how to lay out your information because essentially, this should not be just like a giant collage or huge paragraphs of text or anything like that. This is supposed to be kind of a research poster where you combine, text like a paragraph, like you see here. Um, you've got like some subheadings, so maybe famous works. You come up with, some other section titles, and these are all going to depend on which topic you have. Um, and then obviously I've got a picture here just to give you an example, but you want to try to use a variety of different images in different places. Combining maybe shorter little bits of text like here, bullet points, numbered lists. Another great thing that you should understand about reading, just like when you read your textbook, is that, if you want to draw your reader's attention to certain aspects of what they're looking at, there are different ways to do it. So things like using dividers, using a big, bold bar at the bottom or somewhere else on your page, using different colors and bigger fonts for titles, within specific text like this, where, I've kind of made it bold, certain words are bold, and then like in a different color that'll be eye-catching. Those are all things that you need to consider as you start to lay out your poster. As I told you all, I do graphic design, so by no means do I expect you to come up with some, absolutely beautiful document. But this hopefully will give you an idea of sort of what I'm looking for. So you see over here on the left, I've got a bunch of different templates that just have different layouts. And these obviously don't have text, but they would give you ideas on how you can lay out information in different ways, depending on your topic. And the topic is going to probably dictate which way you choose to do this. So, I might have like a bar over here with lots of different information. You could maybe make it a different color, have your text on top, some, pictures. Maybe I have smaller paragraph or something going across, shorter little pictures or boxes of text at the bottom. Same thing here. So I kind of playing with where the title goes, how I might lay out different pieces of information. Here you can get creative, move it to the middle, have your text or pictures and things around it. The main thing that I want you to know, though, is that it should be a mixture of different elements. This should not just be giant paragraphs. On the flip side, it shouldn't be 90% photos or just 1,000 bullet points. It should be a really nice mix of different pieces of information, different kinds of photos, and it should be in your own words. I really want to emphasize that. I know I told you that we don't need a works cited for this particular project, but everything should be in your own words. So if I kind of go back to this main example here again, this will show you that, again, there's kind of a combination. I could look at this, easily navigate it as somebody who has no idea maybe about William Shakespeare, and I could tell, who he is, what he's famous for here, maybe a little bio or something. I got some pictures. I can come up with some different sections based on my research. So get creative. You can use colors. Try to, be reasonable in the fonts you choose. You might choose something different for the title or, section headings, but please make it legible. If you want to use different colors, all of that stuff, that's fine. Be creative. I really want you to be creative on this. And, if you're into Pinterest, you can go on there and Google how to do, information graphics or whatever you want, but be creative but also be neat. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me and we'll talk more about this during class.